every month. 12 months would be what? 12 cedis. So a year will be what? 48 cedis. Now, what kind of a smartphone would that be? Which phone dealer would want to go into such a deal? Now, I know that there are some phone shops who are giving out phones on credit. So you pay an initial amount, sometimes a quarter of the amount, as initial payment, and then the rest is spread for you. But it's not one city. So, question is, listening to this promise, how genuine is it? How genuine, how feasible is this? It's a question I'm asking. And that was from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, take a listen to this one. This one has features actually the flag bearer and, of course, the former president, John Dramani Mahama. This is what he has also been saying.
Our strategy would be to introduce the National Apprenticeship Program so that for those who are not able to continue into tertiary education, they'll be able to go into an apprenticeship and learn a skill with their hands so that they can also find work. The second one is our women. Our women are a major driver of this economy. If it comes to trade and commerce, our women dominate that sector. And most of the time, all they need is just a little credit, 1,000 Ghana cedis, to be able to use as capital to be able to do their business. And yet there is no helper. The traditional banks won't give them support. And that's why NDC says when we come into office, we're going to create the National Women's Bank. 24-hour economy, number 3.
So you heard the former president and the flag bearer for the NDC saying that he's going to introduce a National Apprenticeship Program. I don't know whether, you also think that is really feasible. What would it entail? How would it really pan out? Now, you also heard him mention that they're going to give some monies to women who would want to go into business or trade. So he says they're going to establish the National Women's Bank. 10,000 Ghana cedis. What business can you really go into with this? I met an economist friend of mine, Nunu, Evans Nunu, yesterday, and we're having a conversation, and something like this popped up. Even that one, the amount was beyond 10,000 cedis, but with this 1,000 Ghana cedis, not 10,000, 1,000 Ghana cedis. With this calculation, we realized that how can you trade with 1,000 cedis, make profits? Because if that's what you're going to depend on it, like your livelihood. With 1,000 cedis, what kind of a business will yield enough profits for you to be able to live on and still be in business? But that's not all. Still, as they are campaigning, they are making promises and giving out pledges. Take a listen to this one from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Togo, Omo duty, the form chain Ghana duty. And yes, sir, 80 society, Nipa Bebre, Omo the container Echo Togo. No more Kotuya Omo duty, no more smuggling, Sani Amana Bagana, Naya duty. 80 policy for Eba. Ghana duty cannot be higher than Togo duty. Your duty no ain't change Togo duty. Ebeye the same and I say ebeye lower. Yele sanwa obiya anko smuggling and Togo esamba habiyo.
All right, so that's another promise saying that some businessmen will take their containers to Togo and clear their goods from there. Why? Because duties in Togo are cheaper than here in Ghana. So he says that if we should give him the steering wheel, he's going to ensure that duties in Ghana will be at par, the same as that in Togo, or even less than in Togo. Is that really possible? Because again, you and I know that when it comes to Togo, they've been doing the free port thing for a very long time. They have put it in place. It's working for them. Can we afford that and do that now here in Ghana? But in all this, there's an interesting comment that the former president passed. He says when it gets to electioneering time like this, the politician will say anything just to win votes. Take a listen to the former president.
election time na amanyoko bia epre nti ne obeka bia ama nipa akoma adane ama o eno na obeka nti entra now they film no kra now they film ya de frefra no kra no ho yenka na ya de intro film na.
Okay, so that was a former president there as well. And we're in an election year. We have about some 5 or so months to hit December. So I'd like to hear your views on our conversation. Our WhatsApp number is